In 1990, Dr. Victor Chang, a respected heart-lung surgeon of Sydney, offered Australia the first lung transplant, and that happened to be my father. The operation was performed successfully, and 10 months later, sadly, Dr. Victor Chang was cruelly murdered in Sydney. His life was taken. He was the same age as my father. My father took this really, really hard, and he was so upset that this man had given him hope in his life and then it was taken away. But it sent him into disease. He had pneumonia and he deteriorated over 6 weeks, and he passed away 6 weeks after Dr. Chang passed. He was the heart of our family, and he was a father that I adored. So I was heartbroken, but I was in denial. I went back to a very busy, stressful job as a manager in nursing, and I tried to put all the emotions aside and just stayed very busy and worked through the stress at work. And then at a point, my mind wasn't able to focus at work, and I started having problems. I was having ulcers through my gut, I had kidney problems and blood pressure problems. And finally, I had adrenal exhaustion and I crashed. I had to surrender to healing. Well, I did surrender to that healing, but there was another phase. When I was trying to heal my physical body, my heart, and my mind, I went into a deep depression, a very dark place, and I started entertaining suicidal thoughts. In fact, I was planning suicide. I didn't want to be on the planet any longer. So my friends noticed that I'd gone into this dark place, and they suggested that I go to this meditation retreat, 10 days silent meditation retreat. I had the open mind. I went and I thought I have to do something. When I was there, the first 3 days were so intense. I had to be so committed. It was really tough. It's the toughest thing I've ever done in my life, having to go through those 3 days. But I did it, and probably 40% of the people who did this particular retreat were leaving. They couldn't cope with the commitment and the intensity of what it brought up for you to heal what was in your heart and to be the master of your mind. So this is day 5. I'm at the retreat. I'm in the garden, and my heart just breaks open. I have this bliss all around me. I have this compassion for myself. I have compassion for all of nature all around me. This bliss starts to give me revelations about my life. I've been a seeker of freedom and joy all my life. Since I was a child, I traveled the world. Now I'd realize that it comes from within. Peace, freedom, and joy all comes within us. So it sent me on a whole new journey. The other revelation was to be the master of the mind allows the heart to be heard. And when the heart's heard, that's your soul, you can start working towards your heart calling you to different things in your life. So I went home from that retreat. I was in a state of transformation. That transformation was my heart calling me on new journeys. So my heart was calling me to leave my home, leave my friends, everything, leave my life behind, belongings, and I did. And I moved to a regional area out of Sydney. I left my career behind, everything. When I moved to the new area, everything opened up for me. Lots of doors opened up. And also my heart was calling me on new journeys. I had a new perspective on life. My ideas in the past were of freedom, over peace and success and happiness had all shifted dramatically. I started to see illusions in my life. I saw illusions on the planet that woke me up to a lot of things. So my life had shifted. From that, my heart was calling me on mystical journeys, to do with other cultures, shamanic journeys. But the one journey it called me on was one to share my compassion, my joy, and my freedom that I'd felt inside with others. And that was to go on a journey of healing arts, learning several different art forms to help other people. So I took people on soulful, joyful journeys to experience joy within them. And they were leaving the journeys with finding their own wisdom, feeling joyful, feeling uplifted, and looking at themselves in a whole new way. So they were very successful, and I was running these workshops in my community for several years. 28 years down the track, 2018, my father turns up in spirit to tell me that you have not written your books. My books? What books? You had all these gifts in your life. You need to share them. They weren't given to you to keep them for yourself. It's time. So I was thinking, gifts? What gifts are they? And then I thought about it. It was all that healing that I'd done for myself through my heart space that I needed to share with others. So I've been on a journey for 31 years of being called by my heart passionately to follow anything my heart's calling me to. And I have never been disappointed. My heart has taken me on journeys that my mind could never, ever have thought up. And so my journey in my life at 64 years has been a journey I would never have planned or expected. So my message today is be the master of your mind and allow your heart to be your compass and your guiding force. And so, thank you. And so my book, Seeker of Freedom and Joy, is a journey that I take other people on with me to reflect on your life and to see landmarks in your life where you can find your own path to enlightenment and freedom and joy and liberation. Thank you for being here.